Hey guys, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 8 review. So, you guys, on this week's episode, Julia thinks that Adriana resents her because of her friendship with Alexia and Marisol. As she should. As she should. She has every right to resent you for befriending her ops that you know and have witnessed treat her horribly, and then for you to then go and befriend them and start acting funny towards her. Yeah, I would resent you too, you Charlington. She also refuses, as she's talking to Martina, to take accountability for what she did at the narcissist party, which was bringing the situation about what happened between her and Guerdy up to that shaman, whatever that man was, or whatever. Y'all had said y'all was going to start anew. Y'all wasn't bringing it up no more. And then you took the opportunity to take another jab at her. So what happened after that was whose fault? Your fault, you weirdo. Okay, and then after that, since some of the girls aren't getting along, originally Larsa and Kiki were going to do a yacht date with everybody on the same boat. But since, like I said, people aren't getting along, they decide to get two boats. So on Kiki's boat, she's going to have Lisa, Guerdy, and Adriana. Basically the misfits, the uncool girls, okay? And then all the other ladies will be on Larsa's boat. We find out via Alexia that her son Frankie has diverticulitis and he was in the hospital, and it was a really, scary moment for them because, the last time he was in the hospital was after the accident and everything. And then, Peter had gotten the accident and Peter was crying and everything because, I think he feels responsible for what happened to his brother. And, it's just a lot that's going on. And diverticulitis is something that you don't commonly see happen to younger people. I developed diverticulitis when I was 31, 32. That was the first real illness that I had, so bad that I had to have emergency surgery done on me because I had developed a polyp on my intestine that burst. And if I wouldn't have went into the hospital when I did, the doctors told me I could have passed on because my, feces would have started to leak into my stomach, So diverticulitis is not something to play around with, and the fact that he's so young and developed it basically just means that his body lacked fiber and wasn't processing his feces properly. So he's going to have to be on a high fiber diet moving forward. And same thing with me. I have to take Metamucil pills every day. I've been taking Metamucil every day since I was 31, 32 years old, eating lots of high fiber foods and things, avoiding certain foods, drinking a lot of water. Before this happened to me, I was not a water drinker. I hated water. Now I love water. I drink water all day, every day. So it's always very shocking to me when I see young people develop diverticulitis because it's an old person's illness. But shout out to Frankie, and I hope he gets better and is doing better. And thank God it didn't get to the point of where mine was. So Guerdy links up with Dr. Nicole. Our girl came and sashayed onto the scene real quick and gave us some of her beauty, fashion, and charm. And baby, she showed up with her $96,000 turquoise, like seafoam Birkin and matching Louboutin heels. And I said, that my bitch shitting on these hoes and within the first 5 seconds of her coming back on the screen. This is why we love you, Dr. Nicole. I love her. She is just so fly and everything. It's just so cute. So we find out that, after her father passed away, she was pregnant. She got pregnant with her daughter. When her daughter was born, unfortunately, she had complications and things. So she had a lot going on. And that was one of the big reasons why she decided not to return for season 7, on top of the fact that Marisol, weird box face ass, decided to hire a private investigator, and I'm going to say allegedly because this is coming from Dr. Nicole, to try to get up any dirt on her. Like, with all of that going on in my life, I too wouldn't have had it to come back. Cause girl, who got time for all this? Like, who has time? I don't need the money. I got a brand new baby. My father just passed away. Like, it's just too much. Like, I didn't blame her at all for not coming back. So they get to talking about Stephanie, who we know dated Nicole's fiance, baby daddy, back in the day. And Guerdy calls her on FaceTime so they can meet each other or whatever. They both have heard about each other. And they have a really cute conversation and everything. And it was really handled really well. I really liked that both of them were grown about the situation and wasn't no shade being thrown. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Stephanie and old boy dated years ago. She married. They about to be married. Like, ain't nobody got time. Now, Nicole was like, well, we got to have similarities. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, he has been with both of us. And when Stephanie dated him, she was a blonde. I've seen pictures of Stephanie with the blonde hair. It's cute on her. I think I might like the blonde hair better on her. But when it comes to who's the baddest, it's Nicole. Like, Nicole slays her down. Like, there's no comparison. Like, Nicole looks way better. But whatever. So after talking to her, Nicole immediately admits that she would not think that Stephanie and Alexia would get along. And Guerdy was like, yeah, you're right, because they've been taking digs at each other, and tells her what happened at her event and how Alexia came at Stephanie because she said she was going to stay at the Guerdy's party or whatever. And Alexia was saying she was kissing Guerdy's behind and all of this, that, and the third. And Nicole wonders at that point, like, really, where did things go wrong with Julia? Like, we were all very, very close, and she also peeped that Julia had stopped hanging around Adriana as well. It was like she literally became friends with Marisol and Alexia and chucked them up the deuce. And even Dr. Nicole was like, it's given very much, the new girl at school that's trying to make friends. And she basically just settles with the first people that, want to befriend her, but she really want to be friends with the popular girls, the cool girls or whatever. And then when she's able to go over there to that clique, it's basically like, peace, I don't know who y'all are. That's exactly what it's given with Julia. Julia is just a fake asshole at the end of the day. But it was so good to see Dr. Nicole. So it's Yacht Day. And Lisa brings her friend Ebony, who's a black girl. Yes. Now, I don't know if they are real true friends in real life. You know how Bravo like to bring new girls in and usher them in through a housewife that's already on the show and have them say we're friends and they're really not friends. So I don't know if Ebony was somebody that was brought onto the show as a friend of. We'll see if we'll see more of her this season. Because during this yacht thing, I only think I saw her on camera like maybe 2 times, to be honest with you. Guerdy isn't there yet because she had something to do, but it's Kiki, Adriana, Lisa, and the girl Ebony on their yacht. And Kiki tells Adriana that Marisol didn't want to be on the same boat as her. That's why they had to keep the girls separate, plus everything that was going on with Julia and Guerdy. And then, Lisa and Larsa, like everybody beefing. So, of course, Adriana feels some type of way because she was like, I thought we was cool. Like, we ain't really had no words for real. So, at this point, she already been drinking and she activated. So, she chug-a-lugging. Adriana get to acting a fool when she on that liquor. So, Adriana drunk, she started talking her ish, talking about some with her dry knees, the fake Birkin bags and cubic zirconia rings. Do I believe it? Absolutely, 1000%. Absolutely. I think that Marisol be out here wearing fake stuff to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, we all know her money ain't as long as the other girls. Look at her house. She's staying in a little bitty tiny little thing, which is nice. The house is nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice little house or whatever. But I do think that she be stunting in front. I think she got real pieces, and then I think she got fake pieces. So after kicking it separately, the boats then come together and they tie them together so the girls can go from one boat to the other. And Alexia starts with Stephanie again, getting smart with her, telling her that Stephanie is a chihuahua and she a rottweiler. Like, just keep on getting slick to the mouth with the girl, right? Stephanie play along with it, but you can tell she looking at her like, oh, so you starting with me again. You trying to be funny with me again or whatever. So they go back and forth or whatever. And that was that. Marisol and Alexia and Larsa are talking to Kiki and Adriana from their boat. And Adriana was like, hey, bitches, or whatever. And here go Marisol. She calls her loco. And I'm like, you started with the name calling. So you didn't open the floodgates for Adriana to start going in on your ass. And we all know you can't handle it. So Adriana was like, fuck off, you old whore. Yo, I love when white people call other people whores. Oh my God, I live for it. So Adriana's so drunk that she up there talking to the crew members on Larsa's boat. And she talking about they lured my best friend in there because she's trying to be with the cool girls. One day she's going to realize they're not cool girls. They're like mean cougars. Go get plastic surgery on your bony knees because they needed your wrinkled knees. Like, she was going in on Marisol. Like, the other girls couldn't even help but laugh at her because Marisol do got old knobby knees, child. And here go Marisol. Oh my God, will she just stop? Will she just leave me alone? I'm like, girl, you started with her calling her loco. So you can't dish it. You should be able to take it. So then all the girls from Kiki boat get water guns and go on their boat and start shooting them. Having fun. Y'all on the boat. Y'all in swimsuits. Everybody running, laughing about it. Here go Marisol. That's not funny. That's not funny. She don't want to get wet. Yeah, you don't want to get wet, gremlin, because you know you going to shrivel up. You trying to keep yourself pristine because you know you got to keep your beat and your hair and stuff intact, because without it, we all know you look like a shipwreck. I mean, she has really messed up her face over the years. Really messed up her face. So Julia asks Adriana, as they're sitting by themselves before dinner, why she didn't leave with her at Guerdy's party. And Adriana was like, because someone needs to mediate. And as they're talking, Adriana agrees that what Guerdy did was wrong. And I kind of side-eyed her in that moment because I was like, what you mean what she did was wrong? And she then asked Julia, well, why you didn't have my back at the reunion against Alexia and Marisol? And Julia says, because I need to understand where they're coming from. Adriana said, that's the same thing I did. Like, Julia, do you hear yourself before you speak? Like, you obviously do not. Like, because you oh my God. So Jude was like, Guerdy planned this whole event. How perverted and deranged. Those are some big key words to be throwing out about showing some receipts. It's perverted and deranged. Not you lying, making up lies and beef with this girl when you were the one that started it, but plotting to make her look like she's the bad guy, assaulting her with water and all of these different things. That's perverted and deranged, you weirdo. Ugh. So Adriana in her confession was like, Julia started this with the whole water throwing. To me, putting receipts on a wall is benign than throwing a glass of water on somebody's face. But God forbid if Julia gets called out about anything. You better clock it, Adriana. Now, I wish you would have said that in the scene instead of agreeing with her that what Guerdy did was wrong, because that's an old housewife trick. Every housewife in the book then pulled out some receipts, child. So stop. Okay. So then Julie was like, you know how Guerdy is when she comes, she'll probably throw some digs at me. Will you hold her accountable? And they didn't show us her response. So we don't know if Adriana said yes or no or dodged the question. We don't know. But the fact that she's even asking Adriana to have her back and hold Guerdy accountable for anything is laughable. When you sitting up here befriending and all up in these shady bitches' faces that you know don't like me, that you know talk about me. And so I'm knowing they talk about me to you and you ain't sitting there defending me. And anyway, Guerdy is my friend. So why would I get in the middle of y'all? Like, make it make sense, Julia. So at dinner, Guerdy arrives. She speaks to everybody. I love the fact that Kiki served Haitian food. Love that. So it's kind of awkward. So Lisa suggests that everybody go around and say something nice about each other. And she make Adriana and Marisol go first. Adriana says some nice things about Marisol easily. Marisol take a month of Sundays to think of something to say nice about Adriana. And she finally comes up with the fact that she loves that Adriana knows how to play the piano because she always wished she could. That old bitter old whore. So then Lisa asks Guerdy and Julia to go. Guerdy goes first. She says nice stuff about Julia. Julia says like one nice thing about Guerdy and then immediately brings up that they had decided that they were going to move forward after their sit down. And Guerdy brings up the fact that, yeah, we did do that. And then you turned around at the narcissist party and brought it up again to the man. Like, come on, girl. Like, stop trying to rewrite history and make it seem like I'm this horrible person. So Alexi was like, why did you do that at your event? Nobody here thinks what you did was okay. Here go Marisol. It was horrible to me. First of all, fuck you and you, Dumb and Dumber. Nobody asked y'all for y'all input. And Thomas, nobody here thinks it was okay. Y'all thought it was okay when she threw that drink in my face and y'all didn't have nothing to say. Y'all sat there on mute. But what I did is so bad because I put up some receipts to show that this lady been lying on me. That's so egregious. Girl, fuck you. I would have cussed them out. But Guerdy was like, she assaulted. No, I'm sorry. Guerdy was like, to Alexia, but how is that affecting you is my question. I said, you better go, Guerdy. You better go. I love that Guerdy stood on business with Alexia, because if you don't shut the fuck up, you fake asshole. So Marisol was like, you included all of us when you did it in front of all of us. And Guerdy said she assaulted and screeched at the top of her lungs at your wedding, but you ain't have nothing to say. This was your wedding, right? This lady drunk, all up in people's face, hugging on your guests and stuff, kissing on people, yelling at me, throwing drinks. All you said was, Julia, yeah, that wasn't cool. The racial undertones is not even an undertone no more. It's blatantly in your face that these hoes are racist. And just because they not calling her the N-word and like, it's obvious, like y'all move the bar when it comes to what a black girl does on this show and what the white girls do. It's just blatant at this point. You cannot deny it. You really cannot deny it at this point. And it's so irritating and triggering to watch. So Julia, meanwhile, sitting there mad that Adriana isn't speaking up on her behalf. Adriana trying to find something else to drink. Adriana could give a damn, and I don't blame her. And I'm glad she didn't get involved. So Guerdy was like, I understand you're friends with her. You won't listen to my side of the story. Like, it's cool. Like, I peep game. Marisol telling some Guerdy, we're very fair. No, the fuck you aren't fair, bitch. You crypt keeper looking asshole. Shut the fuck up. Death becomes her. So Guerdy was like, did you read the text messages? Marisol says, and I quote, no, of course not. No, of course not. Like she the fifth member of Escape. So you sitting up here chastising me, telling me that I'm wrong, and you didn't even take out the time to read the text messages to see that this lady been lying on me. Fuck that. I'm just Freddy Krueger. Okay. Like, nothing that you say to me is relevant then. You have no argument to make because you basically telling me I don't give a fuck about them receipts. I'm going with the white girl. Fuck what your black ass got to say. And the fact that she just so blatantly was like, no, of course not. Why would... Girl, Guerdy, don't come back to this show. I love Guerdy, and it ain't even worth it, sis. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, because I've been and choked one of these bitches. Fuck that. So, Alexia then says, the way that you did doesn't feel like you care about any of us. You could do the same thing to me, Guerdy. And Guerdy was like, and she could throw a drink in your face too. And what? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So then Guerdy says to Julie, it's obvious that you still need to talk and get some things off your chest. So, yeah, we need to sit down and have a one-on-one then again. But I wouldn't even get none of them hoes the energy no more. Because basically, y'all are really sitting up here shitting on me. Playing in my face. Playing on my intelligence. Trying to gaslight me. Marisol, your cardboard face ass need to shut the fuck up. Alexia, your face might still be intact, but them arms are shriveling up, bitch. Your arms tell your age, my girl. That's probably why you trying to hold on to Todd so bad, because you know your days is numbered with trying to find another man. With your broke ass. And then you wondering why this nigga playing in your face. He your karma. He's your karma. Marisol karma is that face. She looked like the boy in the bubble. Like, girl, your pie face ass. Girl, fuck you. So the next day, Larsa FaceTimed Stephanie because she had to, she left the day before to go on a little date night with her husband to Canada. And so it's Larsa, Marisol, and Alexia. They FaceTime her and everybody laughing, talking, you know. And Stephanie says, where's the Rottweiler? Did she bark? And Alexia says, fuck you, Stephanie. I have a name. And Stephanie was like, huh? Like, we was just joking about this the other day. You said I was a Chihuahua, you was a Rottweiler. I'm just going with the joke. Like, huh? What's the tea? And Alexia was like, super funny, Stephanie. Super funny. I don't play like this. Even Larsa looking at her like, girl, it's too early in the morning for this. Like, she didn't do nothing to you. And so Larsa gets off of FaceTime with her. And Alexia was like, aren't you happy? Aren't you in Montreal in your jet with your perfect husband and your perfect life? Oh, that's what it is. You jealous of her. That's all you had to say, girl. You're jealous of her. You're jealous of her. That she has the life that you thought you was going to have with Todd. And you don't like the same reason why you didn't like Nicole. Because the life Nicole had, you want. And you don't have. You want to be that girl. That's why you always have to boast that I'm a Cuban Barbie. I'm a star. I am the leader of this group. And that's why you always got to do that to make yourself feel like you're more important than what you actually are. Okay, now I get it. And Larsa in her confession was like, Stacy was just joking. I think people are just jealous. And in this case, you're right, Larsa. Alexia is obviously jealous of this girl because you've been like tripping the whole time. Now, granted, Stephanie was the one that came to you on some weird shit from the beginning with her thoughts and sentiments about Todd, which was totally inappropriate, and she should have minded her own business. But I think even if she wouldn't have said that to you, you still would have found a reason not to like her. But I'm actually here for it. I want to see y'all go back and forth. I want to see it. And Isaac Mizrahi, you fat fuck you, to sit your old ass on Watch What Happens Live with Julia and Andy and say to her, I'm glad that you threw the drink in Guerdy's face. Because basically it livened up the show. You are a disgusting, fat, funky pig to say that. And you wonder why your ass ain't relevant no more. That was disgusting of you to say. And I used to love Isaac. Love his clothes, loved his era. But now it's fuck you for life. That was fucking disgusting of you to say. Even Andy was like, yeah, nah, no. And Julia, that whack ass apology you gave to Guerdy on Watch What Happens Live that came with a but every other sentence. Girl, fuck you. You can keep that shit. Fuck you, you dirty whore. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I don't like none of y'all bitches. Ugh. I'm going to give this past week's episode of Real Housewives of Miami, I'm going to give it a B+. Adriana calling her, you old whore, and calling her knees wrinkled was the icing on the cake for me. I loved it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode, y'all. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.